Hello, in this tutorial I would like you to speak about the PHP code generators one function, which is collect the form's elements name. What does it mean? If you've got a form, you could create its source code into this text area, and it collects all the names of the elements. For example, what is it exactly? In Dreamweaver or a program, you could create a form. Let's create it. For example, a text field, and let's take a button. And for example, in Dreamweaver, you could update the text field name, which is username. And with this program, select and copy the form source code, which begins with this form and begins with this form element. Forms could be bigger than this form, but for example, let's go to PHP generator, which is on the site phpcode.ag. Go through the menu, let's enter here, and at the end of this list, let's go to English, choose English. Alright, and the end of this options, you could find this, select and paste the form's source code into this text area and submit, and let's see what happened. It takes username and submit. Let's see what we have. It goes through the source code and collects all the names tag, which is username and name equals submit. But this is a button, so you didn't need to collect or didn't need to collect this submit name. So I wanted to show another thing. How about a little biggest form with text area and radio button on or check boxes. Let's create a table. You could do it with Dreamweaver. Let's add 10 rows and 2 columns and fill the form and fill the tables with this form elements. That's nice, could be nice. And add the name at this field, which will be question, for example, but you could list all the information, all the answers you wanted to get from your visitors, and add another table, or I now add another table, and I'll add checkboxes, form and checkbox. The visitor could check this box, and so on. And at the left I add another label, which is you could add questions here and so on. And now go to source code, here, and you can see the source code of this table element and this table element, and in this table element it contains the text field. The name is text field, so in this case I will add an incremented number 1 to 10, and I do the same with the checkboxes. If you've got a template for a form, you could use it. And here is the checkboxes, and the name will add the variable you could post, and so on, 1 to 10. As you can see, the form starts from this element and ended with this element. So let's select all the form and copy, and let's see what happens if you put here, press this, it collects the form's element name, and submit. It collects the checkboxes, variable, and the text field variable. If you copy these, you could create a table with this PHP code generator. The name will question answers, for example, and in the database we will create a table with these field name. I think it takes a lot of time if you create with phpMyAdmin manually. So let's create a table. Where is it? I will find it. No, I lost a little. This is it. It makes the SQL command to make your database fields. And go into phpMyAdmin and run this SQL query. Now I'm here in phpMyAdmin. Choose your database and run this SQL, which generated with PHP code generator, and go. What you see now is this is the answers table containing all these elements you've done. And go to the second part of this tutorial, and I show you how could you create an insert, how could the forms element value get into these fields in the table. Hello, and show. Hi there.